Hey Leo, welcome back to Astrid's Stars channel. Okay, I've got your love reading for the 15th to the 31st of July. We're using Gilded Tarot and we're using the Romance Angels also. Later on, we're going to have a message from the angels. We're going to use a colour card, and I've got new cards here also. We're going to use these ones. They are Nature's Whispers. So let's get started. Right, before I start turning over the cards, I want to talk about the overall energy. So let's start with this one, okay? It is the Ten of Swords. You can see it here, alright? So the Ten of Swords indicates the end of a cycle, okay? So something new is about to start. It can also indicate disillusion, so you know you're starting to see things clearer, okay, for what they really are. All right, there's kind of been, so you can see here the light's shining down, so there is some light being shone on the situation, and that could be in regard to some sort of communication. Okay, all right, for the overall feel for the romance angels who've got healing family issues, okay. So there could be a new cycle within your family. There could be some sort of issues, and it could be regarding kids, okay? Or any family matters. Right, and that could be having an impact on your love life. Right, so let's have a look at your first card. Alright, first card that you've got is the Hermit, okay? This is a lovely, lovely card. Alright, nice artwork. So, the Hermit, he's on his road. He uses the light to light up the path so he knows where he's going, okay? He's searching for something, okay? In a general reading, this would probably mean that you're looking to seek advice about something. You might be going, the Hermit might be that person that you seek advice from. That person could be older, wiser, gone through, you know, got some life experience that they may be able to share that might help your situation with your romance or your love life. Alright, let's see what the next card is. Next card you've got is Passion. Alright, okay, so it's previously saying, you know, currently you've got passion within your love life, okay? Allow your heart to sing with joy, okay? So allow your soul and your heart to sing. So you could have, the Hermit could be reflective of someone who is a bit older. Maybe you're having a relationship with, you know, someone who's slightly older than you. And, you know, you've gone to them for advice, or it could be somebody that you like. It might not be someone that you're with. It might be somebody that's, you know, out of the situation, who is can give you a clear perspective, you know, from an outsider's point of view, looking in, okay? Or it could, you know, it could possibly be the person that you're involved with who's, you know, quite wise and maybe a bit older, or maybe not so wise and just older. Right, okay, so let's have a look at your last one. You've got Attraction, okay? So there was some passion, alright, but it wasn't just based on that. It was also, there was a genuine attraction, okay? You can see you're smelling the rose, and it's in full bloom, okay? So just by living your life and enjoying the moment, and, you know, taking things maybe back to basics, if you're already in a relationship, to find the passion, you know, and the attraction was already there anyway, because that's why you're together. If you're single, this could be something new. You've attracted it in. There's been a bit of a passionate encounter, but it's genuine attraction, okay? Alright, let's look at your next card. Right, Leo. And you know, when I'm thinking about it as well, like, I know quite a few Leos, alright? They are quite passionate anyway, that's in their makeup. They're pretty much passionate about anything that they do, alright? They're quite loyal as well. Right, you've got the Hierophant. Okay, this could be, well, you can see in this picture actually, before we start on, this could be. The hand is going, he's showing one hand up to, maybe the heavens. Another hand is pointing down to the ground, okay? So to me that indicates, this could be some sort of spiritual awakening, alright? You're maybe looking into things a bit more, doing a bit of research, you've maybe suppressed the spiritual side of yourself and now you're looking for answers. You want to know more. What is there more to life? Also it can indicate big establishments, big companies, okay? So keep that in mind also. There's a lot of blue in this as well, which would indicate some sort of, communication. So maybe you are getting spiritual vibes. Maybe you're picking up on a psychic sense. Maybe you're linking in with spirit are trying to, connect with you. And maybe, the blue on this card, it indicates the communication that you're having. Maybe you're having like an experience or, one of these signs, you're getting a sign from spirit and you're quite open to it. His hands are open like this. So he's, like he's taking something, he's open to whatever it is. Let's have a look at the next one. Codependency. Alright, so this could be codependency, any kind of addiction. It could be addiction to alcohol, drugs, sex. It could be addiction to another person, addicted to love. You could be spending too much on luxuries. This could be causing an issue within your romance or your love life. It could be, I don't know, a bit of a discussion point, maybe if you're married, if you're spending too much money. So be aware of that. Alright, because she's sitting there, she's not looking very happy anyway, as we can see here. So it's something, you could, even, intuitively it says to me that maybe, someone's taking someone for granted, They're maybe depending on someone too much to do everything. And it's not an even balance. That could be in a domestic sense or, in a romantic sense. Right, make the effort. Okay, so great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. There we go. So what you have is worth making the effort for. Alright, so if you are in a relationship and things have been a bit one-sided or you feel that maybe someone's taking you for granted, maybe it's worth making that effort, just to stick in there, because maybe they will come to a realisation, okay, the other person. And that even might be through some sort of spiritual encounter and make them think. Alright, reflect on that situation, kind of like the Hermit. You know what they say, two wrongs don't make a right. Right, so let's see what the next card is. Okay, we've got the Fool. So the Fool is at the very start of the journey in the tarot, and he is searching for knowledge, experience. He's always usually optimistic, enthusiastic, but this can also reflect, the start of something new. You're on a journey, could be a spiritual journey, okay, and you're now, on that journey. Previously, you've maybe been looking for answers within a relationship, and you're starting a new chapter, a new part of it. This could be if you're single, you could be embarking on a new romance. If you're already coupled as a Leo or married, this could be meaning, these issues that have come up in the past, the codependency, maybe being taken for granted a bit by the other person, is coming to a new chapter. Maybe they've had a realisation, and started to make the effort. And this could be the start of, like, you know, a fresh start. Okay, the next card you've got is free yourself, okay? This could have something to do with the codependency card, alright? There's maybe been some sort of situation where, you know, someone's relying on someone else, or, you know, there's been a bad situation where that person's needed to seek help, or it's maybe been yourself for an addiction, and maybe you've, you know, come to the realisation through this card here that you have to, you know, have a fresh start. You have to seek help. You have to start afresh, you know, gain some sort of knowledge about the situation, and that's going to free yourself, okay? It's time to take back control of your life. Okay, this codependency could be related to the Ten of Swords, because, you know, it's about not being able to see clearly, okay, or see things in a certain light. And if you're taking someone for granted in a relationship or partnership, then, you know, that's how you're, you know, that could come to light. You could, you know, have that realisation of what you're actually doing. When you're giving that out, you're not considering how that would feel if that was happening to you. Okay, let's see what this one... Right, excellent. So that's a happier ending note. It says express your love. So maybe once you've started your new phase with the Fool, okay, or a new relationship that gets off the ground, if you're already married and you've maybe had a few issues with each other, you know, maybe you're taking it back to the start. You're taking it back to, you know, how it was when you had that mutual respect for one another at the very start of your relationship. Alright, and with that knowledge, you're going to be able to free yourself. And then you're going to be able to express your love. Alright? This couple's obviously, they're looking at each other, you know, they're not looking at anyone else, they've only got eyes for each other. And they're quite close and they have that bond. Okay? So be aware of that. It says go ahead and make romantic gestures, okay? So maybe this codependency had something to do with healing family issues. Alright? Right, I'm going to shuffle the colour cards and get you a colour card. What colour card, these are healing cards. What healing message do you have for Leo for the last 2 weeks in July? What does Leo need to know? What advice do you have for Leo? Oh, there we go. Alright, you've got Scarlet. There it is there. And it says attract success. Okay, so once you free yourself, you start your new slate clean, or your new relationship, and you've healed your family issues, the attraction's there. Okay, you've got the passion, and once you free yourself, you might be able to then see clearer. Okay, and you're going to attract success. Now let's have a look and see what message you get from the angels. What advice do you have for Leo for the last 2 weeks in July? What message do you have for the Leos in regards to love? What message do you have? Right, that was more than one, so I'll put them back. What message do you have for Leo? Alright, okay, so you've got Vanessa, here she is there, and the message for that one is to make your decision, ask yourself which way brings me closer to my divine purpose, which way takes me away from it, okay? Maybe ties in with this one here, okay? Maybe a bit of a spiritual awakening going on, and, you know, your divine purpose, you know? And that could be, once you free yourself, you will be able to express your love. Alright. Okay, I've got one more card. These are my new cards. I'm really excited about these ones. They are really nice colours and love the artistry on these. Okay, Nature's Whispers. And they are oracle cards by Angela Hartfield and Josephine Walls. Look at the back of them. They have butterflies on them. I'm a bit obsessed with butterflies. Okay, so let's have a listen. Let's have a shuffle even. Then we'll listen. Okay, what advice do you have for Leo on their love for the last 2 weeks in July? What message do you have for Leo? Right, I'm going to take that one, it's poking out. Okay. These are beautiful, these cards. You got culmination of vision. Okay, it's quite an earthy looking card. Alright, so there's a couple of people under the tree here, okay, we can see there. And they're all looking, you know, everybody's looking, okay, so it's just about having clear vision, or, you know, what you're actually, you know, looking ahead for and what to do. Alright, and then that's going to help you attract the success with the Scarlet card. Alright, I hope you enjoyed your reading. Thanks, Leo.